Right. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and the question for today is file duplicate file in the system. So let's see the question statement. So given a list paths of directory info including the directory path and all the files with contents in this directory. So basically everything is given and we have to return all the duplicate files in the file system in terms of their paths. You may return in any order. Okay, alright. And a group of duplicate files consists of at least two files with the same content. So how we are going to say that this file and this file are duplicate of one another, because if they have the same content. Alright. And a single directory info string in the input list has the following format. So basically question should be clear up till now. The question says that given everything about a file, basically a file system in which you are given a directory info, directory path, and the file and the contents along with it. So we have to return whether the file system contains duplicate files or not. Alright. And the one more thing given to us, that the content would be given like this. So basically root d1, d2, dm, these up to directories up to m, and the files f1, f2 up to fn with their contents as well is given. Alright. So I hope it's clear. And moving on that if it means that there are n files up to f1 to fn and with contains from f1 content to fn, alright, respectively. F1 file respectively it means f1 file contains f1 content, so on and so forth. And the root directory would consist of root from dr to dm. Alright, note that n is greater than m1 and m is greater than 0. What does it mean? That n, what does signify is the file. Alright, so basically in any directory path given to us, there would be one file or more than one files. So one would be there. The minimum value of n could have is 1 and it could be greater than that. Alright, but for the m would be 0 and it could be 0 as well. For what 0 it means, that it's just the root. Alright, so suppose if you have a desktop and you have some folders in it, so the path of a folder is the desktop. Suppose the desktop is the root. Alright, that's what it means. So the some paths which are not placed in certain directories are placed on the main itself, that we say that it's as a path of root. Alright, so where the m would be equal to 0. Alright, yeah. So let's move on. I hope this is clear as well. Now moving on, that what we have is the output. What we have to return is a list of duplicate file paths. Only we have to return the duplicate files that are there in the file system, and their paths we have to return. And for each group it contains all the file paths of the file systems that we have the same content, basically the same content. And a file path is a string that has the following format. So basically this format given to us, that we have to return in the answer string. Alright, in the answer array string. Alright, array of strings, 2D array, so on and so forth. Alright, I hope it's clear. I know this statement is kind of a bit long, bit difficult to understand, but to simplify it, it's nothing but if it's just to find the duplicate. Alright, and we have to see for the mainly the content. Alright, so the thing that makes the question more difficult is the input given to us in the way. Alright, had the input been given like one string array containing the content and another string array containing the directories, then it would be much more simpler. Then what we have to do is we just have to create a hash map and just traverse. That we will discuss in the approach how we are going to solve this problem. But the question, the thing that makes it difficult is how to get the path, how to separate the input data in the form which we want, that is the two separate strings, one containing the content and another containing the path. Alright, so what and the path thing we have to return. Alright, I hope this statement is clear. It's not a very difficult question, I would say it's a very simple one, but the parsing thing or the split, or where we have to provide the split function, we have to use the split function, that what makes it a little bit of difficult. That is if the given data is in this form, how we have to make it in the useful form. So that is what this makes this question a little bit difficult. Alright, so let's not discuss the example over here. We will see the examples. Okay, just let's discuss one. Alright, so the given path root a directory a has the file name 1.txt but the content abcd. There is another file with the content abcd, and yeah, so basically it's duplicate. So basically we have to return the path in the like this, like that root a slash I think it's there over here, root a slash 1.txt, this file, and this file in the path present root ac.3 is duplicate with the contents, because the contents are same. Alright, I hope the question is clear, and this one EFGH also is there, so that's also in answer. I hope the example is clear to everyone. Now let's move on further to the constraints that are given to us. Alright, so the constraints given to us are that the path or length, basically the path array containing the different strings or different directories and different files and contents would be from 1 to 2 to power 10 to power 4. Basically it would have one file, so we don't need to worry about the zero or null corner case. That's knocked off in this question. And the given path, that is a given, any given path containing for root directory A there are 10 files, 20 files, so that would range up to 3000. That is, the length would range up to 3000, including the braces, including the content. Alright, so you can see that the content won't be like much long, like it contains like 50,000 lines of content. No, it's like smaller thing only. I hope that's clear. And the sum would be, sum of path was idle length would be 5 into 10 to the power 5. Alright, yeah, moving on. So basically the cases where we have to input our split function, and these are the things that would be present, consist of English letters, digits would be signifying obviously the file name, and it could be anything, and the letters specifically like this. Alright, so this would separate the this, and the space would be separating, the space is the main thing, it separate everything, like the root a path, then file, then file, then file. So space is where we will be calling the split function. Alright, you may assume that no files or directories share the same name in the same directory. Alright, so basically if it's like the normal file system, like if you have created a new folder, then there would be no two files with the same name. Alright, it would say error, it would say that already file exists and things like that. So we have to take it to the real case scenario. Alright, so yeah. And moving on, you may assume that each given directory info represents a unique directory, and the path is also unique. It's not like it's named. So basically pretty much a real file system, and a single blank space separates the directory path and the file info. So yeah, where we have to call the split function. Alright, now moving on to the follow-up. What do you mean by follow-up? If we are able to solve this question, there are some additional questions that are asked. Alright, that changing some constraints and putting a different scenario in front of us, then how we will solve the problem. Alright, I will discuss this question at the end of the video after discussing the approach, but these are the very important questions if one is preparing for any company or any coding point of view. Why so? Because these are the questions when you come up with your approach to the examiner or to the interviewer, then these kind of questions are expected from you to be answered. Alright, and this is what makes this question a little bit more important from the interview point of view, because questions like these are basically in the real life system. That is, if you are working in a computer, there are file names and the company wants you to handle the different file data, or they want to know that how you tackle it. So these kinds of questions are expected, and these are very, very important questions. And I hope up to here everything is clear. I will surely discuss this, and I will tell you what we are going to, how we are going to answer these questions. But at the end, first we have to see the question, and the question is pretty much should be clear up to this point, that the main problem is not the approach. The main problem is sorting the data in the respective manner, that is making it into the content and the file. Alright, now let's discuss some simple approach and see how we are going to solve this problem. Alright, yeah. So let's see how we are going to solve this given question. Alright, so let's see what we have over here is example. Alright, now let's just divide it for root slash a for this path, where the path and the files. Alright, suppose we have over here is that for root a, where what we have is two files, like one dot I will write the contents in here because, and 1.txt is the file, and another file with the content is efgh, and with the content is 2.txt, that is the file name. Alright, I hope it's clear. And little bit sorry for root slash a. Alright, now root slash c, there is no b, we can question that as well. That's the simple name, so it can be different names. So basically it does contain that abcd, 3.txt and 4.txt with the name efgh, and there is another path. It's not in the same, it's root. In the root is the same file name 4.txt and the content is efgh. Alright, now just the turbo kind of thing, we have just believe me that we have sorted this data. Now basically when sorted, how we are going to solve the question, that is the main thing over here. Alright, so now moving on, suppose we have an hash map containing key and value pair. What would be the key? Key would also be the thing which we have to find the duplicate of. So what we have to find the duplicate of in this question? We have to find the duplicate of the content. So basically it would be of string type, and what would be the value? What would be the value associated? Now because we have to return that the different paths, so basically the path containing the thing would be the our value. Alright, and because it can have duplicates, so basically we will store this in an array variable. Alright, so I hope up to this is clear that any key having an array variable, of size more than 1, that is it contains more than one path, that is its present duplicate in the file system, we have to return that. I hope that's clear. The main thing is how we sort this, and it would be clear in the coding point of view. Alright, that how we are going to sort it. I hope the approach is clear. The main problem, the main thing to be learned over here is the approach. I hope that is clear, that for suppose that key is ABCD and the path here is root / a, is the 1.txt, how we have stored it, and then again the content is efgh and the path is root / a 2.txt. and now if ABCD again occurs, that is the same, that is you have to duplicate, then we add it to the path list root / c 3.txt, and at the end what we see is we traverse it, we see which array has length more than 1, that is we have over here, so we will add it into our final answer list and return. Alright, and the order doesn't matter. Alright, so I hope the approach is kind of clear to everyone, and moving on, let's see the approach, the code for this question. I hope the approach is clear. It's not a very difficult approach, it's a simple hashing thing, but we do solve in most of the question. Now let's move towards the code for this question. So here is the code for the question. So basically we have first for the path array we are traversing it. So first we provide the split at the space. Alright, so it would be splitted. There would be first would be the path, then the file name, and then I think it would be the path, the file name, so there would be path, then file names with the contents along with it, contents enclosed in the curly braces. Alright, I hope that's clear how we are going to split it. So I hope this point is clear up to here. Now for every first, basically if we split it, the first would be the path. Alright, then would be the file with its file name and contents. Alright, now when we replace it, the contents with the name content one. Alright, so we will search in the map that if it's present or not, the respective array list is present or not. If it's not, then the new array list would be created and the value would be added, and then it would be put into the map. Alright, so basically the simple hash map kind of thing, we get the see that if it's there, if the key value pair exists, if it exists, then we simply add the value, that is we get the array list or in the list variable, or we create the new array list for that variable and we add the value and then push it again back to the hash map. Alright, so I hope the approach is clear. It's simple, the hash mapping approach. The basic things is the split functions that we have used over here. Alright, how we are traversing the path and what we are adding. So because the file name and the content are together, we have to extract file name from it, and from the path what we have to add one slash so that the complete answer variable is like that. So that's why it is like this added into the list, that is the value. Alright, I hope that's clear. Now this is our final answer, and for we will traverse the key set, and where the key dot size is greater than 1, we will add it into our result variable and return the result variable. Alright, I hope the code is clear. The code is very simple, but the main thing is how we split the values. And now let's submit it for once and see. Yeah, so as you can see, it's accepted. So if you're facing any kind of difficulty regarding this code and writing this approach, please feel free to reach me in the comment section. I will surely reply to every one of you. Alright, now moving on to the main part, that is the follow-up questions that are asked. So what is that? Imagine you are given a real file system, how you search DFS or BFS. Alright, so basically BFS would be like given a path and then searching for the adjacent path, rather than taking one file and going deep. So if we apply the BFS approach, then it would be a little bit faster over the DFS. I hope it's clear. The answer for this is clear. And if the file content is very large, how will your modified solution? What I mean by this is that in this hashing approach, since the string is very small, so that it could be compared. Alright, so if the file content is very large, how will compare it? Alright, so one such thing to minimize the check would be the first taking the comparison of the file size. Then if the file size of the two files are same, that means we can check for the content. Alright, so then file size would also be the criteria for selecting the file and checking it whether it creates duplicate or not. Alright, and if you can only reach 1 KB, so it would be same that 1 KB. So first we would be obviously make it into that, and then we will apply our search operation accordingly. And what is the time complexity of your modified solution? So basically time complexity would increase. It would go up to O of n square into L, where L would be the length of the file. Alright, I hope that's clear. And the most time consuming part would obviously would be that if the two files with have 2 GB of, suppose 2 GB of data, and both have the same size, then we have to compare it character by character, and suppose it is very long and at the end there is something that is changed. Alright, so it would consume a lot of time, and to optimize this we can surely use some algorithm as well. And how make you sure that if we are following this approach and taking it to the next level, then I think it would be sure that we are not detecting the false positive. False positive would be in the case that if the file size is same, then we say that they are the duplicate files. But we have to check also, if we won't do that check, if we won't compare the files contents one by one, then we are not sure that is it a duplicate one or not, because two files can have the same size as well in the real life scenario. So I hope the follow-up questions are clear as well. So if you really like this video, please press the like button and share it among your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.